Good evening, everyone. This is Alexander Ermak speaking, and today we're gonna cover a new release of Demolition Synergy version 51. It's the third episode. This time featuring multiplayer, many things redesigned, multiplayer being implemented, gravity, shadow effects. But before we go into those features, I will need to tell you a story about what happened with previous repository of Demolition Synergy, which you have if you go to Github. You have some insights like what happened if you go to this repository link and you have this story about old one is taken down because of severe malware infection. Please see very important notice located at the bottom. It's over here. So now I will tell you the story. I was downloading no safe for work stuff, and it happened that a repository was infected by Trojan, and the Trojan was targeting executables, including a lightweight Java game library window natives, and it was hard to get rid of. And I had to demolish whole Demolition Synergy repository and rebuild it. Therefore I lost some of releases. And I'm very sorry for concerns and any damage. Now you know the story. Let's now talk about new features which we have. We haven't had multiplayer for a very long time. Essentially, what is the multiplayer? Multiplayer is one machine acting as a server, processing requests from the clients which sends requests. For instance, if you want to send a chat message, that client issues a request to the server that all other clients, including the clients which send the message, should receive some response from the server about the message being sent. This server utilizes UDP protocol. Default port is 13667. Yes, it has resemblance with Doomseek port being 10666 or 10667 or something like that. We have guns and we have models for them. It's built as one model for 16 different guns, and they are all sorted in classified in weapon classes like one-handed small guns, two-handed small guns and two-handed big guns. We have gravity, affecting only the player. You cannot destruct terrain yet. I don't know what I planned with that. We have detailed messages in console for multiplayer. We have performance improvements. We have shadow rendering alongside with water reflections. which was since the earlier releases, and we have dedicated server for multiplayer, being one GUI, which I can show you over here. Repositories that, and there we go. That's how the GUI looks like for hosting the multiplayer. I'm gonna show you how it looks like. Now, if you go back and download, here is the place which you can download releases. This is the V51, it covers everything which I was speaking about. And here is the release, V51 binary. And when you download that one, it's already have it. I'm gonna show you what we have about now. So let me launch the bat. The bat shows that we're gonna run the jar and run it in terminal. I'm gonna silence music volume and sound effects by typing music volume 0, sound volume 0, because it's beside the point to listen to the music. It's a very cool ambience, but it would ruin the video, ruin the recording. Now let's see what do we have. You probably remember doom.dat if you run these test levels in editor. Yes, you remember them. But apart from editor, we have now single player, in which player can choose Alex or Steve, color, level size, everything as before, but this time we have gravity. We set everything to defaults, and we have also this message generating random noise, then random, then fluid series. Now we're spawned somewhere in the air. Alright, now we spawn on the solid ground. And now if I press 1, I will get some weapon. This weapon should be Uzi. Yes, it's Uzi. It's the only non-pistol single-handed, one-handed small gun. And you see we have gravity, and I'm jumping with space and moving with WSD. If I press 1 again, I will get AK-47. Pretty cool weapon from Counter-Strike, Call of Duty. It was imported from Call of Duty for some ripped sources which I found online, and I was using some web tools to make it pixelated. And if I press 2, we're gonna change further weapons. This is pistol. I don't know frankly which one should be Desert Eagle if I recall correctly. Alright, now let's check how the shadow, but when sun rises I will show you how the shadow looks like. It was reworked alongside with water effects, so let's now choose shadow, and you can see as sun rises we can see shadows from those which are blocked due to the light, or those blocks which are blocked the view to the light, and those will remain in shadows, those darker spots. Next thing I'm gonna show you is multiplayer. So we have two ways to set up multiplayer. One way is I'm gonna close this and launch again. Apparently can save this sound volume 0, music volume 0, and then I'm gonna launch the multiplayer in player. Is gonna be blue player, and gonna host the game on localhost. Yes, so everything pretty much close to default. Alright, we spawn again somewhere in the air. We will change our spawn. Since we're the only player on the server, that's why its player count is 1. And we have some gun. Now we have to wait for other player to join. Yeah, so but for testing purpose, since it doesn't allow one client per computer, we need to set backup GUID to true, because each PC has its own network interface, its own MAC address, it's mapped to some hash code, and that's how it provides unique way to have you can have many more clients per single IP, public IP address, but not per computer. Let me launch another client. So let me set the color to red. Model is Alex from Minecraft, and we should be able to join the game localhost. We should have two players. And there we go. This time we have pistols of some kind. It's the first basic pistol. Should be Beretta. Now let's move our players to the center of the map. Oh, I see. Where is the post? You can see we can ping to the local host. As we move here, we can see each other. You can see. Yeah, jumping is bugged. It's gonna be, it's planned to be fixed. Alright. Now let me show you dedicated server. So I'm gonna close this. And gonna I'm gonna launch dedicated server binary, which you can download from Ermac 3 repository repos Demolition Synergy server 1.8, which corresponds with v51, should be latest DSS v1.8. And once you get that, it's somewhere on the desktop, I think, when v1.8. Once you run it, you have automatically, if you run executable like this, you have ability to configure your local IP. It's from this IP should correspond to, if you run PowerShell, and then you run ipconfig, and then you copy this 192.168.1.3. Yeah, 1.2.168.1.3. You press start. You allow them. You click import. Alright, not you can import and export the vault once generated, but since the vault is empty, we need to generate the vault. And now we can join the game. As alternative way, we can join the game using connect 192.168.1.3, then colon sport. And we download the map if we don't have it, and we can connect join the server, join the game. Here we go, this is Blue Steve and he joined dedicated server. What weapon is this? This is AK-47. Alright, now I will use laptop as a second computer to join the game. You can see over here that we have some information about the player, like client host name, this is the desktop name, this is unique ID, it's 16 characters, time to leave is always 2 minutes, when player join a request per second, which he sent, if he sends too much requests per second, he's gonna be kicked, assuming it's some faulty client or modified client. We have ability to kick players and we have some information about the player. It's AK-47 and position, which is not updated for some reason. Alright, now let's join using the computer. I'm typing IP and port. And now we are connected with two different clients, but they are on two different computers. One should be white player, another should be white player. Oh, here we are. I fell again. Let me see, and let me bring closer to players, closer to each other. Yes, over here, near the center of the map. Yeah, currently it's rendering in air. Here we go. Alright, lastly we're gonna show you improvement. This second player disconnected from laptop, and now I will disconnect as well. And lastly, let's check how the performance wise, how many FPS you can have on the maximum level. I will show you how many do we have on small level. Like FPS max 4000 we cannot have. Yeah, that sounds about right. 150, 100. Now let's check the huge level.
Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said.
We're gonna do it in time lapse since it's slowly generating, so we're gonna speed things up. Alright, we are going to push it further. Series finished. And here we go. Before it used to be much lesser or much less in FPS to be very unplayable and very. Now we have like how much on 60 super graphics card. I'm gonna work towards better tracking. Currently everything is being rendered apart from those parts of the blocks which player cannot see. Those parts are not being rendered. You can see that. Turn around.
The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I stand.
And how many blocks do we have currently? Size of we have 108k blocks, 1000 blocks in 16 chunks. I mean, not all chunks are populated. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you can like it and you can subscribe to my channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you guys for watching this, and see ya in next video or see ya later. Bye bye.